White graphics against a black background. Getting real with fathers.
As men, you know, we're
A gray-haired man addresses a group.
Conditioned and raised to not express our emotions. You know, keep everything close to the vest. And I think many times we might not even know what we're feeling in any given moment. And so we kind of suffer silently. And a lot of men, we don't share our innermost feelings with our friends, but we just keep it to ourselves. But what happens in the group is men come together, and the one thing I get from a lot of guys is, you know, when I first came to the group, John, I didn't know what to expect. I thought that no one understood what I was going through. And they come to the group and they realize, I'm not unique. My problems are not unique. And it's that realization, and then they begin to bond and share and support one another around their issues. And that's how men grow.
How do you get dads to come to the group in the first place?
Some of the guys that come to our group are mandated by the court to find a parenting program. Some of the fathers are strongly recommended by their DCF worker. And yet other guys come because they find us online and come of their own volition. They want to be better fathers. But what we find is that once guys get to these groups, and once they see what's happening, most guys buy into it. We have over a 15-year period or so, we have something like an 82 or 85% retention rate. You know, that means 8 out of the 10 guys that come to the group stay.
Right.
Because men want to be better fathers. They need that kind of support of the group, and they need the okay. What these groups provide for the men, I think, is a safe, non-judgmental environment wherein they can reassess their role as men and fathers. And we're in a state of flux now in terms of fatherhood and the changing image of what fathers are, and the men are a part of that today.
I think when we get a new father, they're very stressed, and the big deal is we just let them run. We let them run and talk and talk and talk, something that they're probably not used to doing, and listening to them in a very non-judgmental way is huge. And also to tell them that they're not on an island, that most of us have been through that before, and highly encouraging them to keep returning. But also like making it safe. Say, the door's open, the door is always open. You don't have to keep coming here, but we would like it if you do. We hope you do.
Keeps the guys there for me is what I think is my life story is not unique, and I like to use my life story, specifically my criminal history.
The speaker holds up documents.
And that's a good way to relate to most of the guys that come into my program. So being that voice of change and that process of change, and showing these guys that you can have a 12-page criminal history, and no matter how ugly that is, there is a possibility where you can change. You can change for the benefit of your child. You can shape and mold. You do shape and mold your child's life. How much are you willing to change? How much are you willing to be that positive male role model? So that's why I'm in the work, and that's how I can retain the guys in my program, by explaining things like that to them.
Young members, whether they're gang members or whether they're old men, know if you are fake.
Yeah.
They know if you genuinely care about their plight. Okay, so that's how I hold people. Of course, we eat too.
Administration for Children and Families. Childwelfare.gov/topics.